I want you to watch this video to make dimensioning a little bit easier. For a beginner, dimensioning always seems to cause some challenges and some problems, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. So in the example here, I've got an overall dimension, which is string number 1, and the next thing will be string number 2, and we're going to pick up these bump outs, where there's major portions of the building. So remember, my shortcut is DD, because we set it to that in class. If you didn't, then your shortcut is DI, or you can go to the quick access toolbar and use this button. Okay, we always want to change to faces of core, because that's what we're dimensioning to. And I'm going to pick up the wall on the left side of the garage, and then let's pretend that I just missed this wall. I come over and I pick up this wall. No, better yet, let's say that I get the wrong side of it. That's not where I should go. I should go to the outside. So I got the wrong side of that one. I'll come up here, I'll get the wrong side of this one, and then I'll finally do something right over here, and I'll pull this all the way down, and it wants you to click when it snaps in place, and that's how you terminate the command. Show it that you're done. And notice that these are all interconnected. Okay, the wrong way of doing this would have been to put a dimension here and here, then pull it out, and then start over again with another one from here to here. See, this tool is actually designed, I should pull that back. This tool is actually designed to allow you to continue from one wall to the next without terminating. And if you do it right, then you can select any one of these, and you've actually selected the entire string. See, isn't that nice? Okay, but in this one, I select the string because I made a mistake. I didn't get this wall the first time. You don't need to delete this out and start over. Instead, you want to come up here and edit the witness line. And then you can go back and you can pick up something you missed before. Watch the number right here as I do this. It's split into 2 numbers, and we now have a new witness line. And that's what this line is called. This is the witness line because it's witnessing whatever part of the house we're trying to dimension. Okay, and then you'll notice that my cursor is just kind of moving around, and we haven't terminated the command. And the tendency now would be to push enter or escape, and that would be wrong. If I do that, let's hit escape, it's going to reset back to where it was, that 54-foot number. So instead, what I have to do, it's waiting for me to just click in white space to tell it that I'm done. So just click here, and there. Now it knows, okay, you're finished. We'll save those numbers for you. Okay, let's go to the next example. We want to fix from one side of the wall to the other because I did it wrong. Okay, there's 2 ways to do this. One, we can select the entire string, go back to the edit witness line, and if a wall has already been selected, you can select it again in the very same location, and notice the witness line went away. It's no longer referencing that side of the wall. And instead, I'll go pick the proper side, and everything is updated to match. Perfect. Okay, now last, we'll come up here, and this is another way of changing my witness line from the left side to the right side of the wall, or from inside to outside. I'm going to select the dimension string, and notice that it's got a little grip right here. Okay, if you click and drag that grip, you can select any new object, or in my case, any new portion of the wall, and it'll move the witness line. So let's just do it really quick right here so you can see the effect. Okay, it just shifted and adjusted. That's not really what I wanted it to reference. I need to select the grip here, and it has to be that grip, not this one. It has to be the grip in the middle. And I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go all the way back to the wall that it should be referencing. I'm going to choose the proper side, and then there's my witness line. It goes all the way back, all the numbers, everything looks good here. Okay, now the last thing to show you to make your life easier is how do I move these numbers? How do I shift them so that the walls will move around and be good numbers? You know, this right now is 26 feet, which actually does happen to be a good number, but let's pretend it's 26'1", which is not so great. Or better yet, what if it was 26'1.3", something like that. Oh, see, 5/16. Nobody wants that. No builder wants that. So if you just simply click on the number here and try to change it, you can tell there's really no way to do that. None of these fields are going to let you change that number. So instead what I do is I pick the wall, because the wall is what needs to move, not the dimension. And once I've told it I want to move this wall, I can now go to the dimension and say you should be 26 feet. And that wall just moved. And you'll notice the next wall moved that I hadn't selected, and that's because these have been aligned and locked. I can tell because of all these little lock symbols. Let's unlock it. And you can see that now they're still moving together. But if you do need to lock them, I'm going to go AL for align. I'll pick whatever part of the wall should align. I choose the wall to be stationary first. I choose the wall I want to move second, and then I lock it. Okay, if you have a dimension that you just don't want to change, and you know it shouldn't change, and it does keep changing, then you should use this little lock symbol. And now 29'5" cannot move, even if I go and I move this wall, which it says this wall is currently 8'4" from the next wall that we're referencing. Let's say I want this to be 8'6" instead of 8'4". 8'6". Notice that this wall shifted to the left, and so did this wall. It still says 29'5". It didn't move. Instead, it shifted this one that used to be 26 feet. Same thing in reverse. If I tell this, nope, you have to be 26 feet, then it's going to push this wall back into place. And now that's 8'4" because this dimension is locked. Okay, and you got to be careful locking dimensions, because sometimes you don't know that you've locked them. You know, if I go changing this and I'm not paying attention, I won't even notice that maybe this thing is constant, that 29'5" remained constant and shifted this wall over. I might not even see that. So really use this sparingly, be careful, but use it when you need to. And then of course, what if you wanted to move two walls so they weren't in alignment anymore? And this does relate to dimensioning. Sometimes that's what you need for a dimension. Let's say that I just pin this wall. Okay, and now I should be able to move this one. I'm going to push move, and it's going to say you have a constraint. I'll remove that constraint, and now these are no longer in alignment. Okay, but I'll put them back in alignment because that's what we really want. Remember, you can push tab to sometimes align things a little bit more easily. Okay, that should do it. I think those are the things you need to know for getting your walls and your dimensions right. Good luck.